But you got it though, right?
I got it.
Okay, it's on there. It's on there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man! Wow, what a day.
Yeah.
Real quick, Sam, what's that over there? What's
This is a Red Bull. It's an energy drink that vitalizes body and mind.
vitalizing?
Promises wings.
Yeah, there's a. Yeah, it's not recommended for children.
Few things
or
are.
pregnant or nursing women, persons sensitive to caffeine. But Red Bull is appreciated worldwide by top athletes,
This is a chat GPT.
busy professionals, college students, and travelers on long journeys. It's a quick way to level up your game.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm drinking today.
Oh, nice.
Thanks for asking.
Whenever you said not recommended for pregnant women, Dajin held up her Capri Sun. Yeah. So, big announcement coming at the end. Stay tuned to the end of this episode.
Patreon.
Yeah, our exclusive membership. What is going on, everybody? This is Double Dutch, the only podcast that will recommend pregnant women try Red Bull.
No.
My name is Christian.
Dajin.
I'm Ben.
Sam.
And as always, it's not like we just ran through this, so let's go ahead and run it back. We have a Would You Rather to kick it off. So would you rather work in a job that you absolutely hate? I'm talking about like your boss hates you, they're calling you on the weekend, you don't like showing up to work, you can't do nothing right, it seems like they're on your head for a year. You're miserable. There's no silver lining to this. It's just a horrible job. It's in office 5 days a week. You can't, no hybrid, no nothing. Or would you rather work in a job that you tolerate? It's okay. Your coworkers are fine. You get paid 4 out of 5 days of the week. So you have to do a day of work for free. And you also just know that maybe it's just like an okay kind of situation and whatnot. And you have to do that for like 10 years. Also knowing, I forgot this part, no 401k. What are you picking? 1 year of hell.
I'm picking the 1 year of hell.
Yeah.
Okay, so the second one was 10 years. And it's still just 1 day without pay.
1 day without pay.
It's tolerable.
It's tolerable, but there's no real progression there. You're not really getting raised. It's just kind of it's whatever. It is what it is.
Okay.
You're content-ish.
Yeah. I'm still doing that.
If I had to shovel shit for a year, for 10 years?
Yeah, 10 years is a lot to come into one job, I feel.
Are they both the same pay?
They are
minus the 1
yeah,
day.
yeah. So you're getting paid the same minus the 1 day. Yeah.
All right. Here's game.
Mm-hmm.
If I hate it and my boss is calling me on the weekends, there's a good chance I'm working overtime.
Yeah, are you working
Which I'm
40
probably
hours
not
or
getting paid
it's
for.
You're
overtime?
salaried. You were salaried.
But
Are you working overtime?
Overtime?
Uh,
Are you working more than 40?
Honestly, man, if whatever you got to do to make the job work, if they're putting hours, guy like me, I've been in a position where a boss has been like, I need you to do this on the weekend. I've been like, respectfully, I'm not doing that. So, I don't know. It could work.
You can't get away with that.
Can you get fired?
Yeah.
Can you get fired? Because what if I just want to get fired?
If they fire you, it's because the company has dissolved. It's not because that's the only. They're not letting you go. Oh, it's more. They're doing it more for them than they are for you.
I'm taking the 1 year.
The 1 year.
Shit.
Okay.
So you're immune to firing.
Immune to firing, but
sorry, my phone broke.
What if they blacklist you though? Like if you work for Google, if you work for Google or something, bro, and they're just you'll never work in this industry again.
No Google search.
No Google.
Take it away.
Just deletes Chrome off your computer. Man, I think that 1 year of hell would be tough. It would be so tough. But 10 years is a really long time to commit to just mediocrity.
I mean, honestly, think about it. Time flies. It's already October. January was yesterday.
You said January was yesterday? It's absurd. It's wild. January feels like 3 years ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the first one.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the 10.
You're doing the 10.
Yeah.
Crazy work. That's crazy work.
I think if you're
10 years of work,
if I have to work overtime,
Uh-huh.
I'm already working for free. I just find a job that pays me 20% more.
Yeah.
What happens at the end of 1 year and 10 years? I get taken out back and shot.
Okay, just a recap for the Would You Rather. Who said 10 years?
I'm taking the 1 year of hell every time.
Same.
10 years, just going to get a higher paying job. Offset it.
Okay.
1 year hell.
Yeah, give it to me. All right.
Give me hell.
Yeah. Oh, man.
No bone.
I wish I could hear Angie's answer. Very sad. Very sad. I want to know what she would pick. What do you think she would pick?
Okay, we're gonna ask you, and then we're gonna ask her on the next episode blind.
Yeah.
We'll
find out if they really love each other.
I think she's really smart. I think she would pick what I picked.
Smart man.
Right,
smart man.
Let's move on.
All right. So some of y'all might know about this, but today we are going to be doing a little segment, reading through some user-generated content. Am I the asshole? Right? Now, Dajin, explain to people how this works.
So there's this Reddit thread basically where people are asking for advice on if they give a scenario and they say, am I the asshole or the other person basically. So essentially we're just going to decide if they're the asshole or if they're not.
True.
So it is.
We'll decide.
It's like an advice column except we don't have any
wisdom to give.
No, we don't have any specifically user-generated content.
To be clear, we are qualified.
We're all licensed in digital marketing.
If you're an asshole, so whatever we decide, I'm sorry, but it is the law.
You're gonna have to live with that. Yeah.
It takes 4 to know one.
To know one. It's wild.
Coming from 4 certified assholes.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna read the first one, and then we're gonna decide. All right. So it says, "Am I the asshole for spotting a girl at the gym while my girlfriend was there?" Okay. It says, I am 20. My girlfriend is 23. We started dating 5 months ago. We usually work out together, but she was running late from class, so I started without her. While there, I noticed a girl struggling with her squat form as her knees were bending in unevenly and her back wasn't straight. And it's always a bad look when you want to straighten another girl's back, bro. Let me just. So look. So I gave her a tip to avoid injury. And after that, I went back to my routine. A few minutes later, she asked me to spot her for a heavy set. Since the gym was literally empty other than us, I agreed, thinking it was just common sense to help someone lifting heavy. I was standing pretty close to her to make sure she wouldn't get hurt, and we ended up chatting a little after the set. I made a few jokes about her form, which made her laugh, but I didn't think much of it at all, as it felt like a normal gym interaction. However, my girlfriend arrived right at the time and saw us like that. She didn't say anything, but later she was really upset. She told me it looked like I was being too friendly and that helping with her form and spotting her had crossed the line. She also said that I shouldn't be that close to another girl in the gym, especially while joking around. I tried explaining that was just helping someone and I didn't think it was inappropriate, but she's still mad about it. Am I the asshole?
That was hard.
I have the correct opinion on this. If anyone's interested.
Please.
Okay, so I think his crime, his fault, is taking note of the girl's form and then going up to her and giving her advice on her form. Like, what are you doing, bro? She's on the way. Have you looked at her location, bro? She's around.
How did you notice that her form was wrong? Why were you looking over there?
Or like just don't go up on the stand and say that. Talk to your lawyer first, because
he represented himself.
Yeah, it's not a good look. I would say if that hadn't happened, if you're in the gym and anyone, I don't care who it is, they come up to you and they say, "Can you spot me?" That's fair. That's fair play. What are you gonna say? No, I have a girlfriend. Like that's not gonna happen. You are gonna say that?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, man, I'm good. I have a girlfriend.
Sorry about it.
Whoa.
This isn't the holery.
Yeah, you might not have seen that. But yeah, I would say the first part I have an issue with. Second part is fine by itself, but yeah.
Okay. Her knees are bending inwardly when she's squatting.
There's mirrors. There's mirrors in the gym.
I'm not gonna advocate because, like, I understand what y'all are saying. Like, when I'm in the gym, I don't go up to anyone ever for any reason. Like, even if I know them, like, don't talk to me. But so, like, unsolicited advice, like, is never the move. But at the same time, though, I can understand someone who's much more sensitive and compassionate than me, and who has much more of a heart, being like, I would really like to see her keep her knees for another 30 years, you know? Like, I don't know.
I think it's hard. I think it's because because, like, from her, the girl that he was spotting, she probably thought that he was interested in some way. Like, and so if that, like, was a scenario where, like, sure, let's say that he saw that her knees were weird and so he gave her advice, and she came back and, like, spotted him, I feel like I would be able to check the vibe, and if it was, like, oh, she's flirting, I would still help her, or, like, him or whatever, but I would just make sure it's very, like, kind of, like, platonic. I wouldn't probably joke or, like, be jokey or anything, or, like, joke about form and stuff, because I feel like that's, like, flirting.
Okay.
Like, it's easily, like, you don't have to throw the jokes in there, just, like, go in there, spot her, and then, like, leave. Yeah. Kind of thing.
He was like, yeah, she left the house at 5. It's rush hour traffic. I got 30 minutes.
30 minutes of macking, bro. It's crazy.
30 minutes to flirt. Let's get it done.
He was putting up shots, bro.
Yeah,
that's
that wasn't
crazy.
his first time. There's a reason he leaves office at 4:30.
It usually takes her 32 minutes.
Yeah. Traffic must be light today.
Completed construction.
What do y'all think about the tactic of like okay, I guess for you're the only lady here today. So what do you think, like, if he was there and he proactively was like, oh, my girlfriend and I, blah, 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 like while he was having a conversation, even though he initiated it, he's still just very much like, oh, but, you know, like, and he's not like trying to be like, I have a girlfriend, but he's just like casually bringing up the fact that it's like, oh, like, my girlfriend and I usually work out together and like something we love, blah, 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 you know. Like,
I'd be fine with that. I think it really, like, even, I would honestly be fine with the whole interaction. Like, even if I was upset, if he was like, oh, shoot, I can see how that would have been, like, weird to walk into. Like, what would you prefer me to do? Like, kind of thing.
You just want
like,
to know that you're, like...
Yeah, I think it's just, like, I don't know, like, I feel like that would have been a good thing to do, to just, like, bring her up. Or, like, what I said, just, like, be... I feel like she probably, like, saw that interaction as, like, oh, he was trying to, like, make a move or something, because people don't usually...
It's like the fact that it's open-ended to her. Like, you haven't set the boundary. Yeah, I mean, it never hurts to just casually drop, like, my girlfriend and I come here all the time. Yeah. Also, I'll say, well, what's that?
I want to know where you're going with this. I want to know where you're going with this.
No. I'm not going anywhere with it. I just considered another angle. Where this guy, he did this, and then his girlfriend had a problem with it. I think super valid in that. And then he took it online. He was like, I'll fucking show you. I'm not an asshole.
Let me ask you this. What if it was flipped? So what if this guy, and it wasn't something like squatting, it was like, I don't know, what do you guys care about bench pressing? Like, what if a guy was bench pressing or something? Or no, that, what's it called, shoulder press or something?
Incline or shoulder?
Yeah, like something where they're like, what's that? Like, what if, like, your boyfriend was on the way and you walk in, and like the same thing. Like, your girlfriend's on the way. Same thing happens. Shut up. Quiet. So your girlfriend's on the way, and this guy, like, you, like, let's say you're watching him, and you're like, let's say you're like a bodybuilder or something, or like you're qualified, and you're just like, oh, like, I'm gonna correct his form, and then he comes back and he's like, hey, let me spot you, or like spot you. And then you go under her, because you don't need to be like stronger than the person you're spotting. You just need to like lift off. Well, you need to just take some weight off, like 10 pounds or something, like to help spot them.
Call the janitor.
So what if that happened, and then she was like flirting, like, or not flirting, but like making jokes about his form and stuff, and you walked in and she's like has her arms like under his arms, like.
It depends. Is she making a joke as her arms are under him, or like?
I'm getting fired up just you describing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I feel like I'm like...
I'm living.
All right, look.
If you walk in on that, that's...
Yeah.
That's a body.
That's
a body.
Call it what it is.
Because like, if you think about a squat, like you spotting someone squat, you're right behind them, and she is squatting right there. Like, there's no other way to spot.
Yeah, what's the difference between that and the night on 6th Street? You know, like
you walk in that room like a cop. Hey, hands where I can see him.
But so y'all would all be pissed if he's on.
No, I mean, obviously, it wouldn't feel great. Like initially, there's that feeling.
Bro, if you're saying that, that must be bad. Like that means.
What does that mean?
Well, because he's usually.
The viewer doesn't have the context.
Yeah,
well,
I know.
well,
If you were saying.
To be fair, like Christian has, I feel like the way that he describes a lot of things, like he's never jealous. Like he's totally like very, very like logical. He's just I've never seen him be like upset about like a girl guy interaction of like his girlfriend or something. Like when he's talking about how it works.
He's an upstanding guy. He'd be a great brand representative for that reason.
Or Cabo Bobs.
But just not your boyfriend.
No, truly, it's like I do feel that, like I do feel the jealousy, but it's like immediately in my mind I'm like, well, I trust her, and like I know that like it's nothing.
But
it's
like
nothing.
she's
it's,
making
stupid.
jokes like, oh, you lick marshmallows with those arms, like something like
trust
that.
her? You just said that.
I mean, if she's doing the eyebrows and stuff, you live marshmallow. Like, nah, bro, nah, you can miss me with that.
That's the condition.
You tell that joke in iambic pentameter, like no, yeah.
She's in there giggling.
Yeah.
No.
Like you think he said that with the straight
What's
girls
so funny?
making
Yeah,
fun of
there's no
her?
way.
What's
The
so
making
funny?
fun of the form thing was where I was like,
Yeah.
that part.
Let's be real too. When you go to the gym and you have your headphones in and stuff, you don't want to talk to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy went out of his way not only to correct the girl's form, but then stick around after his crotch was right up near her derriere as she's going down. Comes up and he's like, "I'm gonna spit a joke right now." Instead of
Yeah,
just
that's the
I'm gonna go
part.
back. And
That's a
work
lethal
out.
combo.
That is.
Or the
Yeah, it's
asshole.
lethal.
I rule him guilty.
Hey, do we all agree?
Nah, not Christian.
I'm not. No. I am more with y'all than not with you.
All
yes,
right,
like that feels.
We'll
that
take
feels
Okay,
tough.
but
That
Get a
feels-
gavel.
it's a binary decision.
So then it would be
You
I'd be with y'all.
gotta-
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
look,
with y'all.
we're gonna look at the camera and say you're an asshole. On 3, okay?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
You're an asshole.
What's his username?
Significant gain 196.
Asshole.
Oh wait, no, that's a different one. That's the next one. Sorry. Oops.
Sorry.
Docs us.
No. Wait, please.
Address is.
Unless he is an asshole, we'll see.
Okay. All right. Well, this one's a lady. Yeah.
Fun.
Okay. All right.
Can she be an 8?
This next one. Am I the asshole for initially laughing? Oh, hold up. Let me respin that wheel real quick.
We need a new host.
Give me the phone.
Am I the asshole for initially laughing after seeing my boyfriend shaved his facial hair? Yeah. Okay. So my boyfriend, 24, and me, 21, have been officially together for around 5 months. He's had a full beard the entire time I've known him, and I guess he's mostly kept it a beard since he started growing facial hair around 15. The only pictures I've seen of him without facial hair was when he was in middle school or younger. Yesterday, when he was on lunch at work, he FaceTimed me and surprised me that he'd gone fully shaved. He didn't tell me he was planning on it, so it kind of shocked me. When I answered my phone, my first thought was that it actually looked like his older brother that he lives with. And when I realized it was him, I kind of gasped, and then I couldn't help myself from laughing for a full minute. Yeah. Obviously, he seemed kind of upset, but I tried to make sure and tell him that I still like how he looks. It was just very surprising because he looked decently different and much younger without facial hair. I wasn't expecting, to answer the call like that. He still seemed upset, quickly hung up afterwards, said something like, "This is why I never fully shave." I was supposed to see him today, but he's been pretty dry with a few responses since then. Am I the asshole for my reaction? Dajin, you had a pretty strong reaction. Actually. Yeah. Chime in.
I see your point of view. I see
Crazy.
how that could happen. Because I've seen like a lot of guys like just like completely shave off and they look very, very different. So I feel like, but at the same time, I do feel like if I was on his, like, from his side, like I would be hurt. Because it is probably something that like he wasn't sure about doing anyways and was kind of like worried about. Like even from his response you can see that he like wasn't sure about it. I don't know why he did it then. But I think just like that would like imagine if you just pick up a FaceTime call and someone like laughs at how you look for a minute. Like that would hurt. But I also am like, could she have helped it? I probably would maybe done the same thing.
Yeah.
It's hard, but
Yeah. Okay.
I am similarly going to rule. I'm going to rule not guilty on her part.
Wow.
Not
Really?
guilty?
Not?
Guilty.
Interesting.
That's
think-
crazy.
I think the way that he said, "This is why I don't do this," is all the context that we need. You knew this was going to happen, and you did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
You
think you
knew
should
you
have
were
warned her?
laughing
Yeah,
stock.
exactly.
You knew that you were
And listen,
unsightly.
listen. I'm saying this as a fully bearded man that, when fully shaved, not a pretty sight.
Yeah, it's a
Probably
shocker.
second.
Yeah,
You
when
probably cackle a little bit.
No,
We're gonna
bro.
put a picture up right here. No.
I also think it depends on how long they were dating, because I feel like if you're like dating for a long time, like you already have that security and like humor. Like I feel like we would both be laughing kind of and like be laughing at him together. But I
She
don't
said
know,
5
like
months.
5 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's
where
not-
I'm like,
it's not a
I
tough
don't know,
one.
it's tough.
Yeah.
I do feel like it was a little bit insecure though.
I will say, I think the laughing is the tough part.
Mhm.
Like I understand being surprised, and I understand also that the boyfriend probably didn't have he could have warned her. He could have been like, "I have a surprise for you." At least you don't have to say what it's about. Just like, "I got a
That's
surprise,"
the worst.
whatever, you know. And then well, it's not even worse. At least she knows like, "Oh, something's coming. Like, what's happening?" And then it's like, but if you laugh in someone's face,
That's true. A
That's-
minute is a long time.
a minute too.
Yeah.
And it's
I'm
like
a little
you-
self-control.
Yeah.
I'll say
Yeah.
that.
Like you can laugh and be like, "Oh my, like babe, that's like, you did it," but like you know, you can't. 60
Cackle.
seconds, bro. 1, 2.
Yeah.
No.
Mississippi's.
Yeah.
Like honestly,
Too
like
many
for
Mississippi.
it to be a minute and for her to not be able to control it, it must have been like cracking up.
Yeah, she's like struggling to catch her breath.
That's
Dude.
true. That is true.
Sam, what do you got?
I mean, I think it's a pretty asshole thing to do. Now, I don't think it's necessarily like super harmful. Like, you know, if she just continues to love him for who he is, I'm not gonna say you're an asshole as a person, but for someone to, you know, be in a more vulnerable state physically because it's new, they're excited about it, and you just walk all over it.
Yeah.
I think that shows a lack of consideration for their feelings, and I think that puts you in the asshole category.
A little bit.
I think you're redeemable. I
Yeah.
think
There's hope for you.
you can make it up to him.
Yeah.
But I gotta lean that way. On this.
I am leaning a little that way.
Yeah.
I think actually, as you guys are saying,
Yeah.
I'm probably like 51%.
Yo.
Here, okay.
Minor.
The first couple months that you and Angie were dating,
Uh-huh.
let's say that you shave your face and she
It would not
just
end well.
yeah, you would like she
Yeah.
was like laughing for a whole minute.
Oh my gosh.
Would you be like mad?
Just like
Yeah.
tears streaming
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
No, but she was very clear up front, like, don't do that. So,
Yeah.
you know, she's very, very gracious and
She told you not to do that?
yeah.
I'll tell you not to do
Yeah.
that. You gotta leave
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah, you gotta leave that.
He's
But
like-
you're
he's like-
over the hump.
Yeah, exactly. I made it.
All right.
And so we get to.
Yeah, we did
all
do
right,
it.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
You're
You're
an
an
asshole.
What?
I think we all said something different. Yeah. I was over saying you are the
It
asshole.
should be you are the asshole.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh,
say that.
no.
I just said asshole.
You were chanting it. You're like,
Asshole.
You get the message, all right? You skeevy motherfucker.
the way we lovingly talk to our patrons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Patrons.
Speaking of patrons.
Ooh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Ad break. Okay, next one. Am I the asshole for criticizing my girlfriend's spending behavior?
Spinning?
Spending. Sorry.
Oh, spending.
Sorry, I left the deep.
Just go around.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, whoa, relax, settle down. All right, am I the asshole for criticizing my girlfriend's spending behavior? Okay.
Oh, I'm ready for this.
My girlfriend comes from a well-off family, but they're not necessarily super rich. They just have a small construction company with around 100 to 200 employees.
That's the funniest thing I've ever.
That's a pretty big company.
Yeah.
That's a pretty
as
big
soon as
company.
you said construction,
They have
it's
a small construction company
No.
With 100 to 200
Rich.
employees. Yeah.
you are rich.
You sound like an asshole already. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's giving a small loan of $1 million.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
However, her spending behavior since we've been dating has been enormous. For instance, she will often spend $10K on a single trip to a boutique like Hermès or Louis Vuitton.
Oh.
The other thing is that she enjoys luxury vacations. Last year, she spent around $100,000 on these vacations. It's also not that I'm jealous. For instance, she has gifted me a Cartier Santos watch, even though I didn't even ask for it or anything. I just told her I feel like we should be more conscious of our spending behavior, and why does she feel the need to go to places where one night would cost $10,000? I'm sure you can find rooms that are almost as good in other places for a few $100s. It just seems so unnecessary to me, and it's building bad habits to spend too much money on things that are not at all necessary. It would be better to invest the money or fund a business with it or something like that. But when I brought it up, she claimed that I should lighten up and that spending a little bit of money was not such a big deal. She claimed I was probably just not used to it because I grew up poor, even though I didn't. My father is a pilot and my mother works at a library and can't relate to the lifestyle. Am I the asshole?
You are not the asshole. I can't think of a scenario.
This is a class clash.
Yeah,
That's what this is.
I think you are two different people that
Yeah.
are incompatible.
The universe did not mean for you guys to meet up.
I resonate with everything you said.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think you're an asshole for suggesting the money goes to better uses.
Even if it is all her money, that's
Gay.
that's
And
insane.
if she can really afford it, like if it's like no sweat for her to blow $100K, like even then, I think you're still
even then, like if you wanna if you're thinking of this long term and like you have a family in the long run, like just like what?
Yeah.
I don't know. Especially if it's regular. Like if it was like one time, okay, maybe. Even then, I'm like, but oh my gosh, that was a lot. I wasn't expecting it to be that much money. I thought it was gonna be like, oh, she buys coffee every day and
no,
she
I didn't
eats
think
out
it was
all
gonna
the
be like
time.
that.
I did not think it was gonna be.
Maybe I'm assuming the comments have already told you this, but your girlfriend does come from a rich family. That's exorbitant. Well,
I wonder that perspective though. Like if I was a billionaire, I would feel like spending $10K is like going to the McDonald's and getting something from the dollar menu, you know?
Yeah.
So it'd be different, but it's hard for me to relate. Like it's so hard for me to relate to that.
I feel like even then, like her responding and saying you don't understand because you grew up poor. I don't know, like
probably not a green flag there either.
I don't know.
He was typing this up and he was like, if I don't have you now, what's this? Sprinkled on that pork.
To be fair, he tried to back up his claims of not being poor by saying his mother worked at a library, and that didn't help his case. That didn't really help his case, but
I was just gonna say, unless like the way he told it, it also depends on how he said it to her. I think because from all we know, he could have been like, you're being stupid and blah blah blah. You don't know what to do. It's just.
I'm sure it was more heated. Than
the Reddit.
I don't know.
I haven't fooled us. But we're on your side.
You might be.
Because
we're at the bottom with you. I was thinking of a library, this revenue machine, local neighborhood library,
publicly funded library. Let's go. Yeah. So is it not?
Yeah, I'm
not.
There's no world.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not gonna call this guy an ass.
Yeah.
I'm not yet.
So we're gonna say you are not
yet. Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
You are not the asshole. Very good.
All right.
Very good. Okay. How many more of these do you all want to do? I think we got 17 minutes till you gotta go. Okay.
Let's fire them off.
Let's do. Yeah. Let's do 2 more. Okay.
Wait before you.
Oh, okay. You want me to pause it?
Go for it.
Okay. Am I the asshole for not going to my friend's wedding after what she said to me? Okay.
I read this one.
Did you? You know what happened?
Yeah.
Okay. A few months ago, a friend of mine told me she was getting married. It wasn't meant to be a regular wedding, but more of an elopement kind of thing. We were supposed to be her. Wait, what? What is this? Okay. So it was supposed to be her, the groom, me as the maid of honor, a best man, plus a few close family members, about 10 people in total, and it was planned for early November. I say wedding like that in the title because there will be no invites, no save the date, no ceremony, no walking down the aisle, just courthouse and dinner. A week ago, I got the news that I had gotten a permanent job. I don't know how to explain it because this is a very typical thing from my country, Spain, where every so often the government will hire professionals to work either in the administration or in public institutions. This is usually a great opportunity because these positions are for life. Well, until you retire at least. And they can never fire you. In order to apply for these positions, you have to take an exam, and then depending on your years of service at the institution and the score you get on the test, you can get one of those jobs. Long story short, I took my exam last year. Last week I got told that I got one of the jobs, but I will be moving cities for that. When I told my friend this, the only thing she said is, when are you leaving? Can you still come to my wedding? No congratulations, no I'm happy for you, nothing. I must add, 2 weeks ago, I talked to her to know where we were having dinner for her wedding, and she said she didn't have anything planned yet, let alone booked.
Not looking good.
Had she told me that she had everything booked and that she really needed my RSVP, I would have understood her answer. But in that context, I've decided that if the only thing she cares about is her and her wedding, and she can't be happy for me, I'm not going to the wedding. Am I the asshole? Oh, man.
I feel like almost, it's like, I don't know how legit this friendship was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's just not meant to be, and this is how you find out. Because I get being hurt that, there wasn't like a congratulations on the new job. But also, like, if that's my best friend,
Yeah.
I'm going to be there no matter what.
For sure.
I will be at that wedding.
Yeah.
Like, you're saying, I want you to come to my wedding. There's 8 other people going. You're my best friend. I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
And I'll tell them I worked that. And they're going to let me do it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So,
yeah. Yeah. Feels bad,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because it seems like the way that they told it, it was very transactional, whereas like she noticed that like immediately. Like I feel like this actually just happened to me where my best friend asked us like last minute to come to her wedding, and it's literally, it was just gonna be her sister, and her sister couldn't make it, and it's at the end of this month, and it's somewhere else, and she asked me and our other best friend to go, and I was like, I'm gonna go no matter what. I feel like I wouldn't have even noticed that she said that. Like I might have been hurt initially, but again, like I wouldn't go so far as to not go to her wedding. I would just be like, talk to her about it.
Yeah.
But it's weird that they both like kind of, she noticed right away that she didn't congratulate, like she was looking for that. And then also the other person was looking for her to go to her wedding, so it almost seems like they both just care about themselves.
You're some selfish niggas, bro.
I say the same thing.
No.
Do you? I put it the same way. That's how I feel.
Is that all you were trying to say? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I wouldn't have.
In so many words.
Do either of you feel opposed to, like, do you feel very different from?
No, I think that's right. I think, you don't have to like get back at her by not going to the wedding.
That's
just
a bad thing.
Yeah,
Petty.
that's a little bit. I wouldn't call her an a-hole necessarily, but I feel like
Immature.
Yeah, you're probably just gotta be a little bit more forgiving.
The verdict I'm sort of feeling here is you're both the asshole.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I'm feeling here.
Yeah,
no one was the bigger person.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
No.
They both just went the slimy route.
Two villains going at it, bro. Like, no, I feel that. No, but the thing like that sucks to me about, like, I guess the girl who posted this was like, she didn't even communicate that she was sad that she probably wouldn't be able to go. She wasn't like, there was no remorse for like, hey, this feels like it's going to conflict. Like, I really want to be there. Like, you're my best friend. It was just kind of like, yeah, and she didn't do this for me, and so now I'm sad, or now I'm mad about it. I'm like, what? Like, come on, you didn't like communicate at first, like, because if you want that empathy of like, congratulations, I'm so happy for you, it's like you didn't initiate with that when you were like, I know this is important to you, and even though I'm happy about this, like, I'm really sad that this is going to conflict, you know? I'm like,
the way that it read for me, I wasn't even assuming she couldn't go. It just Like,
Yeah.
it seemed like it just popped up and she was telling her friend. And then that's the first thing the friend thought of. Like, that's what I was thinking, and that's what I thought it was. That's why she seemed more like, oh, you have 7 minutes.
Okay. We can.
So, what's the verdict on?
They're both assholes.
I'm down with that.
They gotta be.
Yeah.
They both gotta be.
It would be fun to say.
Yep. Let's do it.
What are we saying? Lead us.
You're both the asshole.
Okay.
You're
Or,
both
you know what?
the asshole.
Yeah, you're both the asshole.
All right.
Okay.
2, 1.
You're
both
both
the
the asshole. Very good.
One more quick one.
Quick
All right,
one.
Yep, let's do it.
Okay.
Speed run. Are you?
Okay, this is good. Okay. This is a 17-year-old, so this is buckle up. I, 17-year-old, am hard of hearing and love going to the theater. However, I also have trouble processing audio, so I use a captioning device, which, for those of you who don't know, is a small screen-like device that displays subtitles, but just in front of you, if that makes
She
sense.
can't be the a-hole.
The
She's
other person's
disabled.
the
She's
asshole.
disabled.
What? I don't know where this is
All right,
going,
keep
but
going, keep
innocent.
Anyway, I was at the theater alone, and I had my captioning device on throughout the first half of the show. I noticed that the woman next to me, who looked to be in her 50s and quite drunk by intermission, kept looking disapprovingly at my device and pointedly coughing. Later on, in the intermission, the woman told me that she did not like the fact that I was on my phone for the entire interval of the movie, and when I explained to her that it was my captioning device, she told me I didn't need it and called an usher over. I was furious at this point, and I told her that she was ruining my entire theater experience. At that point, she started verbally abusing me. When the usher came over, he didn't really listen to what we were saying and told us that the show was about to start. I'll admit, it wasn't my proudest moment, but I did purposely try to hold my captioning device as close to her field of view as I could. I also took the armrest. As she left, I threw her some nasty looks. So am I the asshole for my passive
Not
aggressive
even
response?
close. That's the easiest one.
I just want to know something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Vance. But when she was verbally abusing you, were you reading that through the caption? That was the word choice.
Yeah, no, can you
Verb.
That's true. You're right. Wait.
Let me get back to you on that.
That's what gets you canceled.
Oh my god.
And by the way, you're not. Of course, you're not the asshole.
Yeah.
Of course, you're not.
The other lady and the usher.
Yes.
I feel like
I wish we'd been there to defend you.
I kind of want that device.
White knife.
Anyway. You ladies all right over here?
Is Usher bothered?
Yeah. No, yeah, I think this is very easily not asshole
Wait, can you
territory.
read some in the comments?
Yeah. Okay. So
Is there anyone that thinks that they're an asshole?
You can
No.
sort by controversial, but
On Reddit?
Really?
yeah, that's always been.
That's wild.
no one here is saying that she is not the asshole, absolutely not. Next time this happens, keep a cool head. Okay. So stupid. Yeah, no one here is actually being like you are. No, I
Yeah,
think
that
it's-
one's.
yeah,
that's pretty cut and dry. Yeah.
Right.
We're
let's
riding
say-
for you.
Yeah.
Always. All right. 1,
2.
You are not the asshole. And that concludes.
No, one more.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
That
No!
was
You're
too
hooked.
We need a
You're
tough one.
hooked.
We need a tough one.
Oh, okay.
That's reading at night.
Oh, no. Okay. Am I the asshole for not telling my friend she might get fired?
That's
Okay.
a good one.
I work alongside another coworker, but due to the type of job we do, we needed another person to assist in our workload, so they put my friend to be with us to assist when we need help. We became friends at work. It's been a week that she's been helping us, and instead of her being helpful, it's actually been quite the opposite. My coworker told our boss that it seems like it's not going to work out with my friend helping, and honestly, I agree. She's my friend, but she seems in such low spirits and sometimes just sits and doesn't do much. Oof. Apparently, our boss said this is pretty much her last straw. She has been moved around to help other workers, but they've all complained about her being lazy and having an attitude. If she doesn't make a change, they might let her go. I talked to her and told her that we all need to get our stuff together because our boss is watching us as a group. I don't know if I should just tell her that she might get fired if she doesn't get it together. And if I do tell her, I don't know how to tell her. I just don't want her to get upset, feel anxious, and tell our boss that I mentioned it to her. I recently got promoted as well, so I don't want to mess this up.
oh, this hasn't happened yet.
It's like pending. It's like, am I the asshole for like maybe not telling her that this could happen to you?
Does it say how close they are?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
It says they became friends at work, so I feel like it's like not like
How
super.
long enough?
Yeah, it doesn't say. It doesn't say. Let me see. Yeah,
That's
no.
hard.
Yeah, and she doesn't say in the comments either.
I feel like her telling her, like, hey, like, the boss is watching us, like, that's pretty much,
Yeah.
like, that's a pretty good way to do it. I'm just thinking, like, I mean, we work together, like, I would be like, yo, low-key, you on the radar, you gotta step it up. But also, like, we're all really good friends. I don't know, part of me wants to say, like, it's not your responsibility, like, it is, like, your manager or her manager's, like, responsibility to give her enough warnings and, like, hey, like, this is a pip or whatever, like, to warn her for it, but...
I think that, like, me personally, I would tell this person. That's just how I am, but I don't think you'd be the asshole if you didn't tell him, because, like, it shouldn't be a mystery. You like, you must know,
especially if she was
someone's
on
had
other
teams.
teams.
Yeah, you're getting moving around. Like,
you gotta feel this one.
If you,
I
don't know. Yeah, if you're just like sparing their feelings, like they would know. They have other means of knowing. They should know. So I feel like it's not some secret that they suck. You gotta.
You're not wrong about that. I also do think sometimes, because I've had, like, the last time I was employed. Well, I'm employed now, but the time before that, I remember, like, before,
It's been a while.
My manager, she didn't tell me that anything was, like, coming down, like, the pipeline at all. Like, didn't warn me, didn't, like, do, like, whatever. And a lot of times, like, they can make it seem like whatever they want it to seem like. But she basically was, like, talking to one of my friends later, who also still worked at that company, and was like, oh, well, like, I tried to give him, like, warnings and told him that, like, this needed to happen, this needed to happen. Like, those conversations actually never did. So I felt blindsided, right? And it wasn't anyone else's fault for not telling me that, hey, they're thinking about firing. It's just like, it would have been a lot more helpful to know. It's like, you actually are in danger if you can't tell. Like, if you're like, so it's not her fault.
Yeah.
But it's like, what the hell? You probably, like, if you're...
I would.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
If you're uncomfortable with it, I don't think that makes you an asshole, I guess is my...
Yeah.
It's also hard when it's like you don't know how discreet that person is. So like you don't know, like if they're not close especially, like you don't know if like she would be like, oh, blah 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 told me this. Like if you're not close enough to know that she's not going to be discreet about it or like say more about it.
Yeah. I know. Are we gonna say it?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
You are not the asshole. Wow. And just like that, we're done. Finished.
What do you think of these threads? He's never known these threads.
Oh yeah, I've never heard of those, but those are actually pretty entertaining.
Dude,
I like that.
There's a whole just like reservoir of all of them. So
years and years.
Some late night scrolling through those.
Some lord, man. Well, that is all the time that we have. If you would like to not be the asshole, subscribe and share our stuff. Yeah. We see some people be reposting and saving our TikTok clips and whatnot. So like,
shout out.
Or send us a story directly below instead of the Reddit threads.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
That is good.
Engagement. All right.
And we'll read yours out loud.
We might.
Guaranteed. Unless it's bad.
Guaranteed.
Unless it'll get us demonetized.
This has been Double Dutch.
Double Dutch.
Later.
Peace. Wow.